Today's lesson is on how do we evaluate square roots. Emily wants to buy a tablecloth to cover a square table. She knows a tabletop has an area of 9 feet. What are the minimum dimensions of the tablecloth Emily needs? Take a second to copy down the question. So we're told that she has a square table, and that it has an area of 9 feet. So I'm going to use my area formula for a square, which is area equals side squared. Now I'm going to plug in all the information I know. I know that the area is 9, and the side length, or S, I don't know, so I'm going to keep that as S. Now if I want to solve this for S, since I have S squared, the opposite of a number squared, in order to get the S by itself, I need to do the opposite. The opposite is to take the square root of both sides. So I take the square root of both sides. The squared root and the squared cancel out. I'm just left with S. The square root of 9 is going to be positive or negative 3. The reason why it's positive or negative is because positive 3 times positive 3 is equal to positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is also equal to positive 9. But in this case, since we're talking about 9 feet and we're talking about dimensions, we cannot have a negative answer, so I would not need my negative answer. So that means that the tablecloth needs to be at least 3 feet by 3 feet. So those are the minimum dimensions of the tablecloth that Emily needs. The second problem. A cubed-shaped art sculpture has a volume of 64 cubic feet. What is the length of each edge of the cube? Take a second to copy down the question. Now in this problem, we have a volume, and we're talking about a cube. So we have a volume of 64 cubic feet, so we're going to need our volume formula for a cube. The volume formula for a cube is equal to the side to the third power. So now just like the previous problem, I'm going to plug in all the information that I know. So the volume is 64 equals S cubed. Now, the opposite of a number being cubed is going to be to take the cube root of both sides. When I take the cube root and the cubed, those cancel each other out, so we're just left with S. And now, the cube root of 64, to take the cube root of 64 is equal to 4. So I get that the length of each edge of the cube is 4 feet. And that would be my final answer.